What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another Make1k series. This is a series where I'm featuring successful entrepreneurs that are crushing it. But we're not here to learn about the amazing amounts of money they're making right now, because that's all fun. But for many of you that want to start a business, want to begin your entrepreneur journey, you don't want to know how successful somebody is right now. You want to find the backstory. You want to find out how they were able to get their start. What were the obstacles they had to overcome? What were the hardships they had to endure to get where they're at today? And what I love about this story is that if you ever wondered how somebody can manage multiple side businesses, side hustles, successful entrepreneur ventures, you're going to find out how exactly that is. So the guy that I'm going to feature today has been able to start and maintain several successful side hustles. We're going to find out all about his story right now. What's going on, y'all? Today you're going to meet Matt Giovanisci. You try saying that word 7 times in a row, it is a tongue twister. I was first introduced to Matt by a very popular personal finance podcast called Listen Money Matters that he hosts with his buddy Andrew. And through that podcast, I found out that his first successful business venture is called Swim University, which basically is a niche site selling information about swimming pools and how to maintain your swimming pool. And it's just fascinating. The guy is making some really good money on a niche site about swimming pools. But Matt didn't stop there. He had several other ventures that he wanted to try, and not every single one of them has made it, but several of them have. Right now, his passion project, I guess one of his many passion projects, is moneylab.co, where he's just sharing many different experiments of launching different online courses or just different online business experiments where he's trying new things to show people how it can be done. And that's what I love about Matt, his willingness to just try something, not being afraid to fail. So anyway, too much of me yapping about Matt. Let's go ahead and find out about Matt's story right now.
So my name is Matt Giovanisci. I run a website called swimuniversity.com, which is all about pool and hot tub care. I also run a website about home brewing called brewcabin.com. And I also run a website called moneylab.co. And I'm also in a partnership with a website called listenmoneymatters.com, which also has a podcast. MoneyLab has a podcast. I do a lot of things, but it all started with swimuniversity.com, and it is a website where I teach people how to take care of their pools and spas, and I've been doing that since I was 13 years old. Not to show my age, but I am 35 as of recording. The business model is really simple for Swim University. It's an affiliate marketing website. We also sell our own digital educational products. At MoneyLab, we sell digital educational products, AKA online courses. And at Brew Cabin, it's just an affiliate marketing website. We have a podcast. We make money through podcast ads and selling our own products. I run a couple of software products as well, so kinda in all of the online businessy things. I wanted to marry the two things that I was good at. And the two things that I was good at the time was I knew a lot about swimming pools and taking care of hot tubs, and I knew how to design a website because I was in a rock band. I tried to be a rock star at some point in my life. Tried really hard for many years, and it didn't work out. But in the meantime, we didn't have enough money to hire a website designer, so I just learned how to build our own band website, and that became a skill that I was good at. And so I married the pool thing to the website thing, and that is how Swim University was born. And an even more bigger driver was the fact that I didn't like working for anybody else. I'm a loyal employee, but I really just wanted to work for myself, and I have vowed to never work for anybody ever again. And sort of a negative inspiration goal, but that's it. Didn't really have like a single mentor or anybody who I looked up to, who I knew personally. Everybody that I sort of was trying to become or trying not to become, to be more honest with you, I looked at people who I didn't want to be. A lot of my inspiration comes from a negative place, but that's because I'm a Jersey boy at heart. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's kind of my thing, you know. Also, half Italian. That's gotta count for something, I think. Yeah, I really didn't have a mentor, but there was a couple of people who I looked towards and said, like, I want to do what that person's doing. And Corbett Barr was one of those people at Fizzle.co, and Pat Flynn was one of those people at SmartPassiveIncome.com. Two pretty big inspirations. And then I read Tim Ferriss's book that right when I was getting started, The 4 Hour Work Week, and somebody gave it to me when I was just starting out working for myself. And I was like, this book is cool. I like that. I liked him, liked his style. As far as like an actual person I knew in real life, really, if I'm being honest, like it's through partnerships. Like mentor, to me, it's like I don't really consider people mentors or call them that. I just call them friends. Andrew Fiebert, who was my friend and business partner at listenmoneymatters.com, and now we run a couple of software products together. He's been somebody I can just turn to and ask a business question and get the Jersey response, the straight to the point response that I actually need to do this thing. And my girlfriend, Steph Halligan, is another one who, like, I can just sit down with her, talk things through, and sort of like either come to my own conclusions or come to some realization through her words. And you know, she knows me more than anybody else, and so does Andrew. And I think those two people, again, hard to call them mentors, but friends. You know, they're really just good relationships, and I've made relationships with people who I, you know, aspire to be online. And getting information. I had a really tough time following advice. Not that I wasn't good at following advice, I'm very good at following orders. Again, loyal employee, I'm your guy. But I had a hard time because I was doing something, when I started Swim University, I tried to follow a lot of advice that was, you know, the common advice that you would get online for starting an online business. And I just kept finding myself hitting dead ends. And so like, I just kept struggling with like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? And I have this saying that I tell people is like, look, you can hear and take all the advice in the world for starting your own business, but the best person is really yourself. If you just sit quietly in a room with your own thoughts and just put yourself in the mind of a customer, put yourself in like the mind of what you are and what you're good at. Whenever I always tend to go down these roads. Even to this day, I'll go down this road with my business, you know, maybe building out email funnels or, you know, commenting on forums and doing all these things that, you know, people have taught me over the years that have worked great for them. Facebook ads, another one. These are things that worked really great for other people. When it came to my business and me being as thorough as I am and putting all I have towards it, never worked for me. And then it was just like, hold on, sit back in a room. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Okay, let's just keep it simple, man. Let's just like do what I'm good at, you know, focus on the things that I know that I'm good at, that I know I can accomplish, and put it down and test and measure and see where it goes. And that is actually the birth of, that was what caused Money Lab to happen, because it was like, it's all I knew how to do was just like, look, let's just test the assumptions. This is not bad advice I'm getting. It's just wrong for my type of business. So I just was like, okay, let's take the advice, let's put it to the test, see if it works, you know, fail fast and iterate. And if it doesn't, move on to the next idea. That has been my struggle, and it continues to be my struggle until today. Man, you're making me go back. I don't know when I made my first $1,000. Like, I don't think I ever I don't remember getting a check. And you know, I'm really bad at celebrating. That I've been told. You know, I'll launch a new product, and it's like, I've worked months on this product, I launch it, and then people are like, let's go out and celebrate. And I'm like, nope, gotta market it now. There's more work to be done. And I'm pretty bad at like celebrating wins. So it's probably why I can't think of the actual moment when I made my first $1,000. But I can tell you that when I was starting out and I saw any amount of money, I'm like, okay, this is gonna work. And it was like, I remember putting AdSense on Swim University. I'm like, $100. I made $100 this month. Okay, this is something. Or I put up affiliate links through, I forget what it was through, and I was like, okay, this is working. This is working. Milestones, I don't really celebrate. I'm very bad at celebrating. And even if, you know, if I do a huge launch and make a bunch of money, or I have a really good month, like I've had really good months where I make the most money ever, I'm just like, okay, next. It's like, how do I keep going? Really, I mean, the money is obviously pays for all of my living expenses, and it's great, and I'm grateful. But I like doing this. This is a hobby. So if the hobby makes money to pay for doing more of the hobby, then I'm happy. So as far as the first $1,000, I don't remember. But I do remember making my first $100, which I actually have a check. I don't want to show the check, but I have a check on my bookcase from, I don't remember what it's from. Yeah, I don't remember, and I'm bad at celebrating, but I'm glad I made it, because I'm still here doing it. My first $1,000 online was through affiliate marketing, that I had struck up an affiliate partnership with somebody. They run an e-commerce business and in the pool space. Pretty sure that's where I got like my first $1,000 check. It has to be it. So it was through affiliate marketing. That's it. Oh, passive income is one of those weird things, isn't it? Because is anything really passive income? I know that I've put systems in place in my current business that allow me to kind of not be in it all the time. I am still very much a part of my company, not because I can't get out of it, but because I really want to be. I actually enjoy what I do. I find it fascinating. I enjoy waking up and sitting at my computer just doing the hard work. So I like that. I remember the year that I made $40,000 just through my affiliate marketing efforts at Swim University. It was 2014. And that wasn't all I had. I remember I was also making money doing website design. So I needed more money because I owned my own house and I owned a very stupidly expensive BMW that, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, I remember hitting the $40,000 a year thing when I was doing my taxes. I'm like, oh my God, this is a real business. Like somebody could live off that. Not me, but somebody could live off that. Not me at that time. And at that time, I actually was like, oh, okay. Now that I know that that's what I have and that's what I can make, like guaranteed, okay, I need to lower my expenses so that I can actually do that full time and not do the website design stuff anymore. So I remember like I rented out my condo that I had bought. I rented it out to somebody else. I sold my car. I got a really cheap car, and I moved in with my younger brother who owned his own house, and I lived in the basement. I mean, it was a 3-story house. It's not really a basement, but it's just better for the story if I say basement, okay? So I'm living in this horrible, well-furnished, well-finished, brand new house basement, and I had this little office, and that's where I just sort of cranked out. I had lowered my expenses from like $5,000 a month to $1,300 a month, and I was living off, you know, that first year where I was doing 40K, and I just worked super hard to bump that number up, and it just bumped up every year because I continued to work on it, and now I have systems and I have a team that works on it, and we can just continue to grow. Assuming that I am running the exact same business that I am running now, the thing I would tell myself to do is just write. Create content, create a product from day one, because I waited many years until I created my own product, and that has really just been rewarding and lucrative, and diversification away from just affiliate marketing and other things, other passive streams or other just streams of income. I would tell myself to write. I would tell myself to film more videos. I would just be pumping out content, focus on SEO, because I had lost my way with SEO for a little bit and came back to it and was like, all right, SEO, like this is the way to do it. Great. It's sort of the same advice I'd tell my younger self, but to kind of pull back the lens, if you will, right? That's a phrase. I would just say, look, you have to create, you have to make things, you have to put out things, whether it's the product that you're making or the marketing that you're doing to sell that product or to draw traffic into your website if you're starting an online business. Like you have to put things out. You don't have to put them out like constantly, you don't have to sacrifice. If you're gonna do something, I say do it right, put it out, high quality, highly focused, and just be consistent and just be patient, because all of this takes time. And I always say, it's like, when you start an online business, it's like going to high school. It takes about 4 years. And then you reinvent yourself all over again when you go to college, and it takes another 4 years and you're just never out of school, basically. That's the way it works. And this is coming from somebody who went to college for 2 weeks, twice. Very proud of that, actually. Hey, even a college dropout can make money, I guess. Yeah, of course, that's dumb. It's not even a saying, it's not even a thing. So yeah, be patient. Was it that British thing, keep calm and carry on? No, but seriously, be patient, be consistent, create quality, consistent stuff over time.
I told you that you would love Matt's story. As I said earlier, I just love Matt's willingness to just put himself out there, not being afraid to fail, and just to see what works, what doesn't. If it doesn't work, guess what? There were many other projects that you can move on to see if that's the next thing. So that's just some of Matt's story, but the one thing that I have not shared yet about Matt is that he's also a very good rapper. So you gotta check out his rap video. I have a link down below. He's actually got several rap videos, but I've seen the dude rap live and he can drop the mic. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've not yet subscribed to the Make1k playlist, please do. I'll have a link in the description because I got some more amazing stories of entrepreneurs and just sharing their journey and the way that they've been able to overcome those obstacles and all the fears and all the things that just come in the way from being the success that you know that you can be. Until next time, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time.